to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking
the interception on last drive, but fell under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back to throw now on first down. Rolling to his right. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rivers now to throw on first down. So he stays up. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 5th.
You're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage.
And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game, he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one that runs him down. And my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done. Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play call.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. Everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 61 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Partner, that is a quarterback no-no right there. He's flushed out to his left, so he's trying to orient his body into a position to make this throw.
but by then he shrunk the field, and he winds up throwing the interception.
Following the interception here, Rivers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
You can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Escaping the pressure right, and he fires one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, he's going backwards. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots and everybody expected them to run the ball and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So we are at halftime here in downtown. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good move. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 49 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down, Rivers. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And tough starting field position here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Flushed it, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back near his goal line, Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 48 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still look?
This is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Room here to run. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. lose yardage here. Back to the 15. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever.
But you got to understand, this is not laughing at him. But this play, I don't even know how to describe it. You're talking about a running play. And we're always taught as runners to get north and south, get upfield as fast as possible. Well, this was east, then west, then east and west, and I don't even know what you do. At some point, you're hoping maybe you fall down and save some of this yardage. Keeps fighting and trying to make it work. Blocking breakdown. I'd have to say a play call breakdown because it ran into the worst possible defense.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And nothing doing. He's immediately... taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Six yards to go here on second down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The swing pass caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's going to find that man yet again, Keenan Allen. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's good for a gain of 6. Throwing, Rivers. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Phillip Rivers taking it in from a yard out. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Here's a toss coming right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Burst, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be consistent. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, well, we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make sense.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they will take over at the 26.